Sagittarius, how are you today? Thank you so much for tuning in to your July 1st to the 15th divine session with me, Empress Lazuli. If you're coming back, welcome back to the family. And if you're new, welcome to the empire. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and turn on your post notifications because I will be doing more lives throughout the end of this year. So I want you guys to see it first, all right? So Sagittarius, we're going to dive right into your reading to see what Spirit has to say to you and any messages, okay? So definitely tune in to your rising and your moon sign, because I'll probably forget to say that at the end, if this is your sun sign. And let's see, you have from the Soul's Journey, the loneliness card, okay? So a lot of you may be feeling a little bit lonely when it comes to you embarking on some type of journey. Sagittarius is all about adventure, exploration. So for some of you, the reason why you're feeling lonely is because you feel like you're the only one expanding in some certain way at the moment. You feel like you're the only one that's embarking on this journey kind of like alone, right? You don't feel that you have anyone that can kind of go in this expansive direction, this adventurous direction with you, okay? So what this mantra says is, I know that I am never alone, and that is so true. All right, so this card here for the Soul's Journey, from the Soul's Journey deck, I'm gonna actually read what it says in the book, and then we'll dive straight in. This is gonna be your Oracle card before I get into your spread, and then I have one from the Isis Oracle that we'll read before we close out, okay? So let me find it here. Oh. Okay, loneliness. This says, I know that I am never alone. This card has come to you because you must be reminded that there is a difference between being lonely and being alone. Feelings of loneliness originate from a sense of not appreciating the most important person in your life, you. If solitude seems like an affliction, you need to work on creating a healthy relationship with yourself. Only then will you attract others who will nurture your soul. If you don't develop a healthy relationship with yourself first, you will only draw unhealthy relationships to you. To create a healthy, positive relationship with yourself, you must begin to feel worthy of love. The pessimism of this physical dimension can affect your self-esteem if you don't have the strong conviction that you are valuable and meaningful. Don't view solitude as a weakness. It is merely your soul telling you that it is time to do some inner work and reevaluate your path before you start to shine. As you sit in the silence of your soul, you will realize that your spirit family, teachers, and guides are with you. You are never alone. Beautiful, beautiful card here, Sagittarius. I really love when it says, let me read this one line. Only then will you attract others that will nurture your soul. If you don't develop a healthy relationship with yourself first, you will only draw unhealthy relationships to you. So this loneliness that you're being put in, this kind of feeling of solitude that you may have at this time, Sagittarius, is definitely coming from the fact that you need to show yourself more love. You need to stop looking outside and being like, oh, I'm lonely. There's no one to help me. I don't have anyone around me right now. Put that energy inwards. Direct that energy inwards. Instead of trying to expand and get other people involved at this time, involve your emotions. Involve your subconscious. Okay, involve your intuition and work with yourself to know that you're never alone. This could be a spiritual journey that a lot of you may be embarking on this first half of July, from the 1st to the 15th. Now that we're in Cancer season, okay, this is all about your home life. You being able to make those adjustments with all of the planets that are in retrograde right now. Mars just went in Aries. Mercury's in retrograde. Venus just went direct. So there's so much of this energy of transformation right now, and you're wanting to expand I feel specifically when it comes to a spiritual journey that you may be on at this time, okay? So don't allow this journey, this newness to make you feel lonely. Instead, use it as a time to invest more in yourself, to create more of that relationship with the universe, right? As I said before, create that relationship with your higher self, to know that you're never alone, to know that regardless of if you see anyone in the on this earthly realm around you, you have support, right? You're never truly alone. There's always someone there because you are always there for yourself. All right? So let's dive right into your spread. You have the Two of Voices here for how you're feeling at the moment now, okay? And I feel like this is definitely that energy of you being at a crossroads. As I said before, knowing that you're mentally expanding into this new sense of being, but also being torn about what you've gone through in the past here. Looking back. Clarify this Two of Voices, please, Spirit. It's like before you really step into who you're supposed to be, for yourself, for your soul, you're literally still kind of torn at a crossroads with it. Yeah, like overcoming the fear, having the courage to step forward into the unknown, right? Going on this spiritual journey and not knowing how things are going to turn out. This being your first time going through this, but being fearful of what to expect. Being fearful that you're not used to being by yourself, okay? You're used to having a lot of people around you and having friends. But now you've been in this quarantine and you've had to forcefully take more time with yourself to think. And now you're like, wow, okay, like I'm kind of wary about moving forward in this new direction because that means I won't have my friends around me. That means I'm going to be by myself. That means I have to put all this energy into myself. And I'm used to being the going out and being with my friends and partying, right? This is a moment for you, a pivotal moment in your life where you're having to direct that energy, that strength in leading yourself forward in your spiritual journey. Taking time to really love on yourself, show yourself love, connect with the universe, okay? Connect with your higher self. For the past influences, we have the Page of Voices here. So I really feel like this is more of like an immature mindset when it came to you wanting to focus on things outside of yourself, wanting to focus on other people here. Yeah, focusing on other people instead of yourself. Okay? Look at this Page of Voices. She has all these other people dancing around her head. This is exactly what I was just mentioning about you being the life of the party, right? You never really having to focus on yourself as the sun here, knowing that you are, the person that creates abundance in your life. You were never forced before this quarantine. You were never forced to just sit there with yourself, okay? You were always able to kind of have other people or other things to think about to keep you busy, Sagittarius, because you have so much fire energy that, you're used to sharing it. It's easy. Like you can expand. You're used to being adventurous. You're used to traveling with friends and going out to brunch every Sunday. But now you're having to focus on yourself. Now it's all about you, not your friends. Now all you can think about, all your mental space goes towards decisions that you have to make for yourself to move forward and shine. Okay? You're realizing that you have to think about yourself in the spotlight instead of thinking about you and other people. And that could be making you feel lonely. But instead, just use the time to incorporate more self-love. Take it as a sign to help to invest more love into yourself, to explore more of who you are on the inside and not be afraid of that, okay? Because it is new to you. I do feel for a lot of you, most of you, if not all of you, it's a new concept for those of you that this reading is resonated with. So much so where you're like, wow, I feel lonely. But it's not lonely. You're never alone. It's just new to you. And it's scary, and you have to muster up the strength to be able to go after those things that make you shine like the sun, that make you happier. And this new time in your life is going to bring you so much success and abundance with that Sun card. But I don't feel that you realize it yet. I feel like you're still kind of recovering from the fact that you can no longer spread your energy amongst you and other people. All right, so we have awakening here for how you like to move forward. I do feel that you do want to make a decision that is the decision that is best for you, okay? That's probably why at this time you're at this crossroads. You're feeling like, oh, you know, I want to hold on to the past, but I know I do want to move forward in this new way in the future, but I'm at this crossroads. I'm still looking over my shoulder before I really step through this new portal. Okay, before I really go into my subconscious and figure out how I feel about things, who I really am, I'm still glancing over my shoulder because quarantine's almost over and my friends are going to be asking me to go out with them, you know? So you know, with this awakening card, that a decision needs to be made. You need to decide to move forward for yourself and allow yourself to shine here. You need to awaken that inner part of yourself that you may have ignored up until you were forced to acknowledge it through this quarantine. Clarify awakening, please. Clarify awakening for Sagittarius, please. Yeah, with this 5 of inspiration and 8 of inspiration, it's like you're used to always, like, this may have been a conflict for you. The reason why you could never really get into the nitty-gritty of how you were feeling about things, and that made you feel like, you know, you had to be this, with this 5 of inspiration, as I said, like, it may have made you feel conflicted in terms of how to move forward and take action with other people. You knew that you needed to do something for yourself, but instead you're like, oh, but I have my friends. Oh, but I'm with my friends. I know, I feel subconsciously that there is a change that I need to make, but I can't, I'm conflicted because there's so many other people around me. There's so many other things in my environment that I can focus on, right? But now it's all about you and what direction you want to move in to cause this new world, this new environment, this new awakening for yourself. Right? So with this awakening, you need to turn away from conflicting yourself with the opinions of other people. The fact that, you know, other people aren't around you at this time and you're so used to having all of these friends and people around you here. Instead, focus on yourself and communicate honestly and sharply towards taking action to bring about this new world for yourself, to step into this new world. Because you know, with this sense of, there's a deep sense of adventure that is inside of you that you've never really explored. There is some kind of unexplored part of yourself that is waiting to be discovered, and you feel that. And I feel like you want to make that decision to move towards it. But it's turning away from the conflict of always having other people around you, you know, always having like so many different directions to be able to direct your energy. But now you don't have that. Now you just have to focus on yourself and where you're headed on your own. And there might be ideas coming to you quickly. There may be things coming to you very sharply. Thank you, Ann Kid. There may be things that are coming to you, ideas that are coming to you very quickly that are wanting you to take action on them so that you can get into this new level of yourself. Don't resist it. Step into it. Get some water. All right. So you have the Emperor here for the outcome. By you focusing on yourself, by you taking the time to be the authority before you take action, instead of wanting to have everybody involved in the decisions that you make and just focusing on yourself and where you want to go, where you see yourself going from an internal standpoint, because you took the time to do that, Sagittarius. With this Emperor card, you're feeling more stable by keeping yourself as that authority. Mars just went into Aries yesterday. So by you taking this action and directing it internally towards what you need, how you need to expand internally, Sagittarius, you're becoming the emperor. You're being that authoritative figure in your own life here. Clarify this emperor, please, for Sagittarius. Yeah, the tower, like those past ideals that you had for yourself, those past ways of thinking, those past ways of conducting yourself and sharing your energy with other people, that's over. And I feel like you know that it's never going to be the same with you and your friends. Yeah, you're stepping into a new positive time in your life where you no longer have to divide yourself. You can just focus on you and move forward and expand and be who you're truly meant to be in this world. That may feel lonely at this time, but it's not loneliness. It's just something that you're not used to, okay? That's crumbling down, that past ideal, and a new one is being formed. Allow that tower to fall so that this new amazing cycle can come into your life. That's going to take you taking the action necessary to discover what you have to explore on the inside. That feeling that you have, follow it. That internal intuitive feeling to do something that is selfish, okay, that will help you to practice more self-love. Do that. All right. So for your second oracle card, before we close out here, you have initiation. How fitting, right? And this says spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. All right, I'm going to read this and then we'll close out. But this initiation card says it all. You're going through an initiation in your life at this time. It's going to feel new. It's going to feel, foreign to you. It will make you feel lonely because when you go through a spiritual initiation, no one is supposed to go with you. You're supposed to trek that, go on that journey by yourself. Okay, and that's new to you. You're used to having your friends around you. You're used to being the life of the party. You're used to having fun and having people around you all the time. But this time it's about you. This journey, this adventure is about just you. This is a solo journey, right? An initiation. Can you take the heat? All right. So it says here with initiation, when you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady Isis, with compassion and cleverness, will protect you from burning and instead enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. All right, so, hey, what a dynasty! This is I'll talk to you later. But hey, Bill. So with this initiation, you're definitely stepping into a new time for yourself. As I said, with the Lady Isis, that's divine feminine. And when you have the testing of Ra, that's your divine masculine, right? So your divine feminine is your subconscious. That's internal. That's your intuition. That's what you're being caused to focus on at this time. And by using your divine feminine, your intuition, by going inside of yourself, Sagittarius, at this time, to really discover that part of yourself that needs to be uncovered in order for you to just embrace and express yourself in the way that you need to moving forward, right? We've all gone through the quarantine. This has been a global pandemic that we've all gone through. And for you and your energy right now, it's forcing you to go within so that you can share, so that you can expand and shine in a way that's singular, instead of you always focusing around other people. Okay, can you take the heat? It's going to be hot. It's going to be intense. It's going to be new. Okay, but go into your intuition. Go into that subconscious divine feminine aspect of yourself, and I promise you that you'll come out stronger than ever and shining brighter than the sun. All right, Sagittarius. So that was your message for the 1st to the 15th of July. I love you all so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and turn on your post notifications because I'll be going live a lot more. So I want you guys to join me live. Thank you for everyone that joined me. I love you guys. And I will see you next time, Sagittarius. Bye.